Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
Hey everybody, this is Mike O'Mara reminding you to check out Amazon Prime Instant Video. The white banner is on our website and it gives you instant movies and TV shows. Amazon Prime Instant Video. Click on the white banner at MikeO'MaraShow.com and you can start your free trial right now. And now, on with the show.
Available on demand every day in iTunes and the Google Play Store and around the world on MikeO'MaraShow.com. What more can we do for you? It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Howdy, boys.
Hi, Mike.
Salutations.
We are joined by Rob and Joe from the Rob and Joe Show on the More Network.
What's up,
thank
everybody?
you. Too kind.
Big plans that I can't tell you about on the More Network, but exciting things on the horizon. I'm very, very excited. And it will affect people like Rob and Joe. Will it not, Oscar?
It will.
really will.
Yes.
We're very, very happy about that. No, you're not getting fired. No, you're keepers. You guys are keepers. You are snarky little keepers that I love, and they are very funny, so check them out. It's robandshow.com. RobandJoeShow.com. Rob and Show. Rob and Show. I was distracted because I was looking at my water glass here.
That's a new one. You're normally drinking out of a jar.
Normally a big mason jar, plastic fake mason jar.
But Mike, on show for showbiz, it plays like glass.
For the you streamers, the people watching our video stream right now, I will do an impression of me in my Piney Knot shower. Quirky little place up here in the Piney Woods of Maine. Quirky little place with quirky little things that really don't fall into the category of creature comforts.
I understand.
Not even by a long shot. But this would be me. This would be my, let's say this is my shower.
Yes.
And that is my ass. Hold on, let me see. All right, see, that's it. Mashed up against the glass. I'm room challenged in there.
That is no way to start a day, Mike.
This is on the heels of last year with a place that I rented up here, which was the same thing where they had what was called a camp shower. That's what they're called up here, camp showers.
Where you put quarters
plastic. I wish. Maybe I get more space, but they're it's not job one up here. And if you walk around and you go to say one of those bean suppers up here,
sure,
and you take a big deep breath, you'll understand that it's not job one.
Mike, what if I gave you something to cheer you up before we did the mailbag?
Well, Rob, you're a walking, talking joy factory.
But this is a gift that arrived via mail from a listener named Gus, who said, "Thanks for the funny."
Gus,
it is a vintage laminated menu from the Whitehall Inn.
Are they on there?
They're not.
They're not on there.
I
Then
can't
what's the
believe
point?
it. Under desserts, they say Whitehall Sundays, assorted ice creams, and fresh baked pies.
Then why did my old colleague, now of years of the Kevin and Bean Show in fabulous Los Angeles, California, why did Gene Baxter refer to them on the WYRE commercial that he did as Whitehall's famous fruit fritters?
It says to me, Mike, that the power of WYRE wasn't quite strong enough to keep them on the menu. Maybe the regulars asked for them. It's an off-the-menu
off grid.
Yeah.
Wow. What's on the menu for the Whitehall Inn, Oscar Santana?
I'll give it to Rob.
I like it
He's a
when Oscar
foodie.
reads. I like it when Oscar reads.
All right, we've got
Oscar is so reading challenged, he didn't even want to tackle the menu. Come on.
It automatically was like a 400-degree cookie sheet.
It's all the things I don't want.
Sound it out.
Country-style fried chicken.
Now, hold on. Let me stop. First of all, you know what? Save it. Put it to the side.
Right.
This is bonus show. You know what? That's how it happens. I was saying, I wasn't quite sure today. Put the Whitehall in. I'm sorry, Oscar, you're going to really love it. It's going to be all about food on today's bonus show.
Good.
Rob's got a kick-ass list, and that's going to go right along with it. And we'll just talk. We'll talk about summertime eats. Country fried chicken. He doesn't like it. You are insane.
Well, who likes fried chicken, Mike? It's disgusting.
It's disgusting. Let's open up the mailbag because it's really not all about us. It's all about you.
One time.
Oh, yeah.
One time.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Really awful.
We have a new youngest listener. Rather. Welcome to our world, Finley Victoria Corbett. What a beautiful,
Isn't that a nice
beautiful name. Finley Victoria Corbett. I've got something in news you may not need today that kind of fits the bill for this. I assume this is a young girl.
It's a lady.
A baby girl. But Finley, I think, can be one of those generic go-either-way names.
Yeah, like Maud's husband.
Exactly. Thank you.
Walter
Good
Finley.
name. I like it. Finley.
Finley is from Folsom, California, born June 18th, mother and baby girl, doing well.
Love that.
And Raushar had a birthday last Sunday, which means that she and Mike have birthdays that are only one day apart. Well, 13 years in one day, if you want to be specific. Oh, is she's older?
No, she's not.
Yeah, she would never point out the 13 years that I am her senior if it was her that was the senior, because a
But of
woman
course,
wouldn't do that.
You remember her because you went to a preseason baseball game with her.
Yeah, your friend.
Remember Ann and her family?
Oh, okay. Well, thanks for pointing out that you're 13 years younger than I am, man. That's really painful for a man that's 56
13 years in one
old.
day.
And a day.
13 years in one day. Rob and Joe in the house. Steve Chopko Sr. turns 51 today. We were informed of this by Steve Chopko Jr.
I don't know why I thought that was funny.
Yeah, it is funny. After this birthday and Father's Day, Senior is up to 6 man greats on his grill, and he loves them all.
Thank you,
Isn't that
sir.
great?
Nice.
Adam Sutton turned 43 yesterday, and all he asks is for one fart sound for his 9-year-old child. Well, let me open up the computer and get him the good one, the one that I like.
Oh,
The
your
one that's been
favorite?
in rather heavy rotation for quite some time now. I was watching the Jerry Seinfeld, Chris Rock, Louis C.K., Ricky Gervais show,
It's awesome.
and they were kind of demeaning the whole fart humor thing, and
Yeah.
then they went on. See, calling farts a cheap laugh is not fair to farts, because as soon as they brought that subject up, they went on to talk about farts, and they started laughing.
Of course.
Because it's fantastic. I guess they really didn't put farts down, but they all consider that the kind of humor that's beneath them. But this young man, let me see, one fart sound for Adam. What's his name?
Adam Sutton and his
Adam
9-year-old
Sutton.
boy.
Well, as he says it.
Adam
of
Sutton's
course,
a good
9-year-old
boy. There you go. That's a lot. Hey, Adam, your dad just came into the bathroom. I go all the way for the kids because they like that.
They
Hey,
are the
Adam.
future.
Hey, Adam. Here's another one. See, you always take the risk that somebody might not be around, though. Like grandma or grandpa or something like that. So,
How about your teacher? His teacher.
Hey, Adam, your least favorite teacher just walked into the room and bent over to pick up a pencil.
He's dying.
Killing it.
Wonderful.
Brian Agnes. That's
Agnes?
a funny last name. Agnes makes me laugh. Just turned 24, and spoiler alert, he's getting the bonus package for his birthday from his mom. Yay, Mom!
Good job,
Nice.
Mom. Yeah.
Way to go, Mom. Good job. That's a good birthday gift. I would have chosen Christmas. Alan Rinker turns 64 tomorrow, and yes, we still need him, and we still feed him, so that answers that. Steve Schatz. These are great
Schatz?
names. I wonder if Steve Schatz is going to hang out with Brian Agnes.
Might be.
Steve Schatz hits the big 3-7 this weekend. Is that older or younger than Grease Bane? Oh, no. It's sneaky. It's sneaky. They're not going to get
I
Bane.
think it's younger. It's younger. It's
yeah.
simply a
Age.
question.
Hobbledoogie. Happy birthday to Anthony Triola at the ripe old age of 49. He's father to an 8-month-old daughter, wife to the spunky and sexy woman of his dreams, and embarking on a new career, quite ambitious for a man of his age. I say more power to him. Fantastic.
Nice job.
Let's open up the mailbag right now. Dearest TMOS, a giant fan of yours, Chad Rapal from Delaware, is celebrating his 41st birthday on June 30th. Chad is a longtime, diehard, money-paying fan of TMOS and long before. It would be great if you could wish him a happy birthday from TMOS and me. It may bring a glimmer of light and a smile to the face of an otherwise miserable and sullen man.
Oh.
Wow. Let him know that even though he thinks he may be coming for me, he does not stand a chance. This is really weird.
You know
I
what?
will-
We got no fewer than 4 requests to announce this guy's birthday, so apparently he's a big fan.
Oh, Chad Rapal.
Yes.
And this guy who wrote the letter said, I will always be one step ahead. Love, his best friend / enemy. I am Spider.
Yikes,
That's
right?
weird. That is a very, very strange letter.
He's
but,
got a frenemy.
Yeah, friend of
A
me.
frenemy.
Precisely.
Very good.
Good job.
Next one. Hi, boys. A quick request to get my few seconds of fame via the Mike O'Mara Show. My 61st birthday is on June 18th. Most importantly, I would like to thank all of you, like so many have, for getting me and my younger brother Steve, both of us are fans, through a very tough time when our mom got ill and finally passed away. That does suck.
Yes.
I won't go so far as to say that there were lots of laughs while listening, but you guys were the only reminder that someday things will be back to some kind of normal. You were friends I could listen to when I didn't feel like talking to anyone. I hope you don't mind that I call you friends. Don't mind at all. You're friends, absolutely. But that's how I feel. God bless you all. Now start the funny, you sons of bitches. Rick Guthrie from Durham, California. Thank you very much, Rick. We love getting letters like that. Greetings, TMOS brothers. I would like to take a moment to wish my son, Logan Caper, happy 25th birthday.
Hey, Logan Caper and Steve Schatz.
June 27. He is my testosterone lifesaver in the sea of estrogen in which we both live. Beautifully written.
Yes.
He has 4 sisters, so you can see how he is my lifeline to all things male. He has been my TMOS buddy for a long time now, dating way back to when he was too young to listen, but did so anyway, contrary to Mom's wishes. His early years of listening have not adversely affected him at all. He's a fine young man, working towards earning his teaching credential, making me a very proud father. A finer son does not exist. I like to think that his sense of humor was shaped a little by his love of Mike O'Mara and Company.
Aw.
Thanks for all the years of laughter. We will keep supporting you with our Amazon purchases, our Harry's shaving habits, and the purchase of an annual bonus show package.
Well
that is
done.
good stuff.
Well done.
That is a beautiful letter from John Caper. Way to go from Grass Valley, California. That is absolutely terrific. Thank you, John. Steve Partlow turns 45 this weekend and asks, can a brother get the birthday song? Well, we've got extra guys in here, and
Sure.
I think Rob and Joe have maybe heard us do the birthday song. for
Everyone
people,
knows the
so
words, yeah.
Everybody knows the words. So on the count of 3, if we can, all 5 of us can sing the birthday song. Hey, 6 of us.
Yeah,
Why not
'cause
let
Ma-
Pony join in
And Mac
too,
is here too. 7.
Well,
Lucky
so
7.
Let's not go crazy. 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday, Partlow. Next letter says, "Hi, Mike. Please include my monosyllabically named husband, Chris Clark, in the next birthday meal bag."
That's pretty funny.
His 42nd birthday is June 25th. He'll be pulling doppel duty on his birthday, working his day job, and then training the wannabe motorcyclists of the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania that night. Love those guys. Those are good guys. They keep people safe by training people how to ride motorcycles properly.
Yep.
Lucky for him, I'll be waiting at home that night with cake, ice cream, and birthday loot purchased through the TMOS Amazon page. Everybody is on board today.
Yeah,
I
they
like
know how to
this.
do it. Yes.
His similarly monosyllabically named wife, Beth Clark, from Stormstown, Pennsylvania. That was a tough letter to read. Hi, TMOS. Can you please wish my wonderful mom, Lynette Johnson, a happy birthday? Lots of birthdays today. She will
Yes.
turn 55 on June 24th. 55 for lovely Lynette. She has been a fan since the early Don and Mike days. As a child, I was subjected to many hours of torture, having to listen to Mike on the radio. I am now a huge fan, and you have her to thank for it. She always says that she has the sense of humor of a 13-year-old boy, and that's why she loves listening to TMS so much. The show is a joy and an escape. From the daily grind, we both look forward to listening and discussing our friends Mike, Rob, Oscar, and even Pony Boy. Can Oscar give her a boom bam for her birthday? Thanks from Jillian Lucas, who is, I guess, the daughter of Lynette.
Boom, bam.
There.
Wow, you went all out there.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be a great
Very
birthday.
Jillian.
Got a couple more
Enjoy.
left here. TMOS. My C girlfriend, Katie Cox,
I love our listeners.
is currently pissed at me for not alerting you that her birthday was June 20th. So I'm hoping if you mention these belated birthday wishes on the show for her, it might help me get out of the doghouse. Thanks, Eric Vandegrift.
No
Katie
way.
Cox, give him a break. Seriously,
He
give him a break.
spells his name ERICK.
You have 2 B's in Rob.
You have 2 B's in Rob. You
Nah.
have nobody to talk about misspelling
That's
names.
very vogue. This is just a pain in the ass.
Well, Katie Cox is the one we care about, so lighten up on
Yeah.
Eric Vandegrift.
Take it easy.
I wonder if Eric Vandergrip knows Lisa Vanderpump. I
Or
don't know why
Steve
I
Schatz.
said that. Or
Spider.
Agnes. Spider. Not only is Noelle our newest intern, she also has a boyfriend named Casey who turns 23 tomorrow. He is the nicest, friendliest, most easygoing guy you could ever want to meet. And like Mike, he's from Connecticut.
Oh, isn't that
there.
sweet?
So there's that.
So she wrote into the mailbag?
She did. She emailed.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Yeah.
That's a pleat in her cape, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's like elevating her. Mac, see what some of the good ones do? Anyway. Of course, Mac's on the heels of putting that wonderful video thing for me together. So
Yeah.
that was very nice.
And now
Glenda
she's
Bloom.
enjoying a nap
Glenda
in the
Bloom. I
corner.
know Glenda Bloom. She's Matt's mother.
Hey.
Glenda Bloom checks in from the beach with birthday greetings for Pony's brother, Kyle. Kyle.
Did you know
What
Pony
is it
had
with guys
siblings?
named Kyle?
Do you have a
I didn't-
brother? Two?
I didn't know this.
I
knew
thought he
about
was
the
an only
cousins.
child.
Yeah, I knew about the cousins in the promo.
Oh my
He also has a
god.
wife
Jeez.
and 3 kids. You should really talk to him.
Are they banging your mom too?
Oh no!
Oh, that is
oh no, not okay.
So bad. That is so wrong. He is a wonderful stepson, but he doesn't listen to TMOS as regularly as he should. Can Bill O'Reilly set him straight? Can Bill O'Reilly set him straight?
Bill.
Kyle! Look, yeah, you got 2 blooms, you got 1 real one, Matt, and then you got the stepson who's really not. So, hey, listen, Kyle Bloom, look, I don't know what you're doing. You know, your mother's Glenda. She loves you very much. She wants to take care of you, raises you, takes care of you, adopts you into her family. You know, it's not a walk in the park for her, Kyle. That's the fact, okay? And the fact is you don't choose to listen to TMOS. That's all right. You don't want to do that. It doesn't matter to me. Look, Kyle, I want you to listen to TMOS, and I want you to do it live. Do it live. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Got a little dizzy there. All right, here we go. Dearest Mike, first off, I have sent a tape for Rob to play for you.
All right, here's the tape, Mike.
All right,
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Norman.
On Golden Pond.
Yes, exactly.
It's friggin' fantastic.
Mike, I have a hunch that's going to rear its head again.
You're my
you
knight in shining armor, Henry. I can't do it, Mike. You probably
saved
can.
it. That's okay, Joe. You gave it a good shot. That is fantastic. Well, I've never, I don't think, have we ever played that clip?
No,
We've
we
never
never
time I've heard
have.
it.
Yeah, it's great. She
Oh,
sounds
my God.
good.
That is last year.
Is that Adele?
Last year for your birthday, I sent you Werther's Originals candy. This year, I thought I should step up the gift a notch or two. I wanted to buy you a new fishing boat, so that Michael and you could go fishing. Not this year, kids. The only problem is, how can I send it to you? So I asked your sister, Kathy, how I could get it there. She told me to send you a picture in the meantime. That goes back so far. You love this.
So
Rob.
great.
In all honesty, Mike, I would like to thank you and the crew for giving us 79 daily minutes of distraction from this crazy game we call life. When your voices hit our speakers, all is well in this world, even though you don't know us individually. The TMOS crew is an integral part of our lives. Again, thank you for all you do. Love you, pal. Your P1 listener, Chewy Ochoa. It's C-H-U-Y. That's Chewy.
Chewy, yeah.
Chewy.
And O-C-H-O-A.
Ochoa.
Ochoa.
You did it right.
Yeah.
Yes, and I met Chewy, I think.
Oh, he's been to both of our Reno shows.
Good guy.
P.S. It's time for Panda Express, bitches. That's a
great
funny
letter.
letter. And the last one comes to us here. Says, "Hi, Mike. Over the course of 3 days, my husband and I searched for when you guys talked about the Lobster Pound. We both listened to shows more than once, and it took us a while to pin down exactly which show and when it took place. The payoff of the time it took to find it was completely worth it. We have listened to it at least 10 times. We haven't had a lot to laugh about lately. Our farm has been struggling. Our family has been struggling. But at the end of our long days, we sit and listen to it, unhinge our jaws, and laugh. We marveled at how Rob played that Sarah McLachlan song, and not 2 seconds after it began, you launched into Dick Queasy's plea. That was Oscar's idea.
Yes.
Dick Queasy's plea for the unclaimed lobsters. Hilarious. That was, I'll be honest with you, I don't like to toot our home, but I will. That was a triple threat.
Team effort.
Oscar,
Yeah, I was so proud of
Oscar
that.
had the original idea. I go into the Dick Queasy, and Rob has the Sarah McLachlan. That was a triple threat comedy bit right there. Look at their cute little claw. Won't you help us, please? Best bit ever. I liked it myself. You guys are amazingly talented, and it matters, and it makes a difference in our day. Thank you, thank you. Sarah Cornwell. Well, that's fantastic. Nothing like ego
Thank
to
you,
go out
Sarah.
on.
Love
Start
it.
the show, you hump, Rob. Let's
Alrighty.
get going.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Get down to business.
From the entertainment capital of the world.
I shall pass through this world but once. Any good, therefore, that I can do, or any kindness that I can show to any human being, let me do it now. Let me not defer or neglect it, for I shall not pass this way again.
Your Dick
Van Patten.
Oh, yes.
You made me lose weight.
Oh, yes. Well, if you like regular PVM, you'll love their new chocolate and vanilla. PVM and its diet plan, the delicious way to lose weight.
That's why a Showbiz sells more pizza than anyone else. Showbiz makes fresh dough every day, heaps on real cheese and quality toppings, then bakes it in special ovens, time to the second. You know, our family's owned Oldsmobiles in the past, but this one is something special. The 1981 Delta 88. Our family loves the room and comfort. It's like sitting in our living room. If you call this number right now, I'll register you for this offer. Then, if you decide to replace your old windows with thermal guard windows, I'll give you $50.
Fiber trim sparkling fruit tablets, $2.29.
Most of you can do your own tax returns this year. There's not only an easier 1048 form, but easier tax tables for almost everyone. Give it a try.
There's lots to like about your Legend Pharmacy. We have the buying power of over 600 drugstores, so you get super low prices like these.
The Van Pattens meet one tough customer.
Dick Van Patten, you're saying someone can oil and lube my car better than me?
Yes, it's called Jiffy Lube. In 10 minutes, the J-Team changes the oil with quality Pennzoil.
Look what's on special now.
Chlortrimeton, only $149. Tinactin, $229. Ever-ready batteries, all on special.
Hi, I'm Dick Van Patten here at the beautiful San Diego Zoo, and I'm so proud that these magnificent animals are being fed by Natural Balance zoological formulas. And just think what my Natural Balance dog and cat food can do for your pets. Look for Natural Balance pet foods at your local independent pet store or Petco. Hi, I'm Dick Van Patten here for DuraShears. They're the scissors that cut a penny in half. DuraShears. They really are incredible. In fact, DuraShears will be the last pair of scissors you will ever buy, except no substitute. How do you get them? Call this number.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Rob Spiewak, Oscar Santana. And now, from his office chair, here's Mike.
If DVP was in the studio, he would be laughing his ass off at what you just did. That was hysterical. Now, did you get that, or did you put that all together yourself?
I put that together last night because you know what? He didn't do a lot of like isolatable movie or TV stuff. What I think of with Dick is that he never said no to a commercial.
That is fantastic.
Did you leave anything out?
Live from the Cappy Pfeiffer studio in the heart of our nation's capital, this is the Mike O'Mara Show. On the air and online worldwide, the Mike O'Mara Show, a daily radio show and podcast with the greatest listeners on the planet because they get it. If you're here, you do too. Our show today brought to you by Touch of Modern. You know that guy that's got all the cool stuff and you always wonder where he got it? How does he consistently find unique, eye-catching items? Well, it's easy with this website, touchofmodern.com. Touchofmodern.com. Go there right now. Millions of people have already made it their source for daily discovery of fascinating, one-of-a-kind products at prices you will not believe, Oscar
Mike,
Santana.
A couple weeks ago, I ordered a new messenger bag from touchofmodern.com.
Attaboy.
I got a killer deal and something a little more adult for your boy.
Nice.
You know, the thing about it is cutting-edge design, and it's state-of-the-art stuff, and it's very cool to look at, and the website's fantastic to surf on. But then when you pull the trigger, you realize their prices are phenomenal as well. So it's a very, very cool website. Surf it all afternoon. They change specials every single day at Touch of Modern. New sales launching every day. It's the one website that elevates your lifestyle with a single click. We love it. You will love it as well. Here's what I want you to do. Right now, our listeners can get immediate access when they sign up at touchofmodern.com. That's touchofmodern.com. Do it today because tomorrow it will be different. That's how life rolls in the fast lane. Touchofmodern.com. Well, we want to welcome Rob and Joe from the Rob and Joe Show.
Thank you.
Happy Wednesday, everybody.
Nice to see you boys on a Wednesday. Lots going on in your lives, in your worlds, and
a big congratulations, if you don't mind, Mike. The guys just had their first live show, or one of their. They're coming off the heels of their live show, and I was on your page earlier today, and you guys were coming in. I said, oh, well, these guys are really loving it. People are really into what you're into, so congratulations.
Thank you. This is our 200th episode drops today, actually.
You recorded live on Monday night, right, with lots of guest stars?
Yeah.
And really, based on the performance of some other people on the network, I'm just glad people do regular shows.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
real happy.
What do you know about Mickey?
I want to know
Yeah,
how
you guys
get,
are kind of Baltimore connected. Joe,
Yeah.
you're up at 98 Rock, and you wander the halls that Mickey used to wander. So I mean, it's
Yeah.
like I'm curious.
Is he still wandering?
My first question is, how do you get fired around here? What do you have to do to not to
from
be
the
dumped?
Moore
Yeah,
Network?
from the Moore Network. Is it,
not
I
do
feel
shows.
pretty safe. All right. So,
You'd be very surprised. I guess you didn't hear the conversation we had about a week ago. No, it's it's something where, and Oscar said it. We're concerned, and I don't make a secret of it. We like to have people generate content because otherwise there's no point in having them on the network.
Got to put out an Amber Alert.
We're just kind of curious about old Mick and what he's up to. I like Mickey. I think Mickey's extremely talented, great stand-up comedian, a great radio performer, and I like to know what's going on. If he's not prioritizing it, that's fine because then we don't prioritize it.
big deal.
We part as buddies. That's the
I
way
just
look at
ask
that.
because the guys know that scene, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's frustrating for us because the very last episode that was recorded, we're on it.
And it's still yet to be released, right?
It's funny because we did it live. We did back-to-back at this bar that he was working at, this club where someone got stabbed. And
Is that the name of it?
That's now the name of it.
if they named it that, more people would come.
Right.
Well, it's
We literally
Baltimore.
did them back-to-back, and then we had a discussion, let's release ours first because there's callbacks and stuff.
Sure.
And he goes, okay, I'll wait till Monday to release mine. That was, I don't know, 4 months ago.
Yeah.
The most amazing thing is, for some reason, Marcus Serta has a copy of this lost podcast, and he's talking about it like he's found new episodes of The Honeymooners.
It's like having a unreleased Beatles song, right?
Yeah. It's
Serta,
going for
that's
$1,000
what's-
on eBay.
That's what Serta does. That's what Serta does.
It's
though. That's
great, by the way.
That is
we are
exactly
finding
what he does.
lost episodes of It's Mickey
Yeah.
in 2015.
It's no longer it's missing. It's found.
Have you ever wondered why it never made the internet?
So you guys have not had any contact with him outside of
No, I
taking
saw
that show.
Mickey yesterday. Not to bring the show down, he actually he got injured.
Oh.
That's not why there's no shows. That's
okay.
something completely different, psychosis or whatever. But the reason, he's big into the vapes or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, right, exactly.
He had a battery in his pocket and it exploded.
Oh my
And he got
God.
like 3rd-degree burns on his leg. He's in no lie. He's in surgery today.
And that's serious because when you get
no.
like
Oh
an
my God.
acid burn, it gets worse and worse unless you get a serious medical care right away.
Oh,
It'll
yeah, no,
keep burning.
Yeah, not to make light of it, but there was some irony that his pants literally caught on fire.
Wow. So he was lying or not?
Right. So that's just
Well, I mean, if Mickey, the battery pack Mickey uses for his vape
Yes.
is the size of a car battery.
Yeah, he's got his souped up.
And
He's got a
always-
souped up vape, doesn't
It's not
he?
street legal.
It's not street legal. That's not what they sell in the stores.
legal.
That's not what they sell in the
It's
stores.
featured in the next Fast and the Furious.
He,
Yes.
he
That's
takes
a
that
Mickey
thing out,
souped up.
and it looks like it's there's plutonium running through it.
It's called Vape Lounge Tokyo Drift, and it's really something
Yeah, he's
sensational.
drifting with his vape. Hey, I wish Mickey nothing but a speedy recovery, and you know what? That's it. That's all I need to hear. It's time to back off old
Yeah.
Mick if he's going through that. It doesn't, by the way, the explosion happened like a couple of days ago. He's been off the air for a long time. But anyway, we'll talk to him
But
and
as
find out
of
what
May
the hell's
1st,
going
Mike,
on.
he said, "Man, something's kind of hot in here." What is it? You feel
Mike, a good
turn up the AC?
tragedy will actually allow for some sort of mea culpa to say, okay, let's figure this out. Your legs it's gonna be graft, I imagine, at this point.
Yeah.
Let's put the podcast on hold to see when you're gonna come back. If you want to come back, we'll have a good conversation.
And
now.
Oscar, tragedy
We'll have a
plus
good
time
conversation about that.
Yes,
Yeah.
equals comedy.
absolutely.
It does. So
And he
let's-
can't move around a lot, so it's easy to kind of.
Well, let's hope he settles down near a microphone.
Yes.
You're so cruel.
Mickey, you know what Mickey needs?
guy's
I'll tell
in
you what.
surgery.
I know exactly what Mickey needs. Mickey needs more support up there. He needs somebody. He needs somebody to help him do the lifting. If I didn't have an Oscar, a Pony, a Rob, I would be screwed. I would not be able to get this thing off the ground, and I would be motivated the same way he is motivated. So maybe that's something we can look at.
Okay.
And
I'm not
see if
going
there's
up
anybody Joe, you've got a gig. You just got named the 98 Rock Ravens post game host.
That's correct.
Correct.
I'm hosting the 90. Actually, the last time I hosted was in 2007, and the Ravens won 6 games, and they've made the playoffs every single year since, except for one
Yeah, that
where
was
they
their
won like
last-
9 games.
last losing season.
Last losing season when I was there. So They're
Well,
going
I
to roll
hope,
the dice again.
Excellent.
Yeah, they're going to roll the
man.
dice, and let's just hope that incredible negative energy that you bring to the table does not infiltrate the locker room of the Baltimore Ravens.
To be fair to Joe, what Chad and I used to always say when we got to a station, we were station killers because every station we went to died. And that's the truth. It's sad. It's not our fault, but we were always there for the death rattle.
I don't know. It's sometimes it just stops being a coincidence.
And when we got to WJFK, I think within our first week, we said, look, enjoy it while it lasts. Every station we've been to shuts down within 2 years. And within 3 years,
3 years.
JFK shut down.
Yeah, thanks so much for bringing that to my career. I had a nice little 20-year run going. I really appreciate that. That was terrific. Well, I wish Mickey the very best of luck and speedy recovery for him. Congratulations to you, Joe.
Thank you.
We will come back, talk about our old friend Dick Van Patten, and more fun and more thrills. And I want to talk about the TV crew that was in the studio earlier where Oscar was, doing something with a brand new, fabulous appliance. We'll take a break and come back with more fun and more thrills of the Mike O'Meara Show.
It's Tony and Gary.
Hey there, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Tony Perkins.
And I'm Gary Stein, live from the Chateau Marmont.
And, oh, yes, very good clue. On this week's episode of the show, Gary tells an amazing, and I mean an amazing story about a celebrity encounter. You're going to want to hear this. It's absolutely fantastic. Plus, we have a listener celebrity encounter.
There's more?
There is more, Gary. Can you believe it?
No.
Be sure to subscribe to the Tony Perkins Show on iTunes.
The Tony Perkins Show.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Meara Show. Please check out my good friends Tony Perkins and Gary Stein. They are very, very funny guys, and you will enjoy them immensely. And every now and then they have incredible celebrity guests like Ringo Starr, Donnie Simpson. Lots of fun on that show. Check them out on the More Network. Welcome back to the Mike O'Meara Show, brought to you by Blinds.com. Blinds.com, as I've told you before, is more than a place to buy blinds. It is a team of U.S.-based decorating experts that make your life easier every step of the way at a price point that you are going to love. Whether it's home improvement, saving energy, or just sprucing up your house, shopping with Blinds.com makes the process a snap. You can't beat the summer heat. You can beat the summer heat with new window treatments or a perfect patio sunshade. Plus, you can see your blinds before you buy with Blinds.com's Window Shopper app. This is a virtual app that actually lets you lay out all the blinds in your house, see how they look in your home, and do it online without having to put anything up, and it's fantastic.
You take a picture of the window that you're changing, and it lets you superimpose the blinds on it. It's so cool.
Nice.
Find great discounts all this month at Blinds.com or choose dinner and a movie with any purchase of $299 or more. Just go to Blinds.com/easy, but it's only for the month of June, so go there now. As always, free color samples, free shipping, free expert decorator advice, and prices that crush store prices. Blinds.com takes care of its customers in so many ways, like the Sure Fit Guarantee. If you measure wrong, Blinds.com will remake your product for free. They did that for me. I know that. There's no risk to you because Blinds.com really cares. Blinds.com, as seen in Mike O'Meara's Florida home. Welcome back to the show. Whoa. Dick Van Patten, a lot of people online, a lot of old fans of the show remember Dick Van Patten was we latched onto him like a tick in a forest. We were embedded in the ass of Dick Van Patten. We truly were. Dick Van Patten acknowledged us, and he was just on the heels of 8 is Enough, and we rode that pony like nobody rode the pony. And I mean, to such an extent where he would always take our phone calls on the Don and Mike show.
Yes.
So we would always call him because he was still plugged into Hollywood. And Dick Van Patten at the time, this is back, Rob, you're better with numbers. I don't know the dates. I don't know the years. I'm not sure exactly when it happened. But the culmination of our relationship with Dick Van Patten was we went out to Los Angeles to record some shows out there, and we were invited to Dick's home to record a show.
Late 90s that was. And,
late 90s.
He lived out there on the other side of the mountain from Hollywood, and it was a.
You remember the town he lived? Was it Sherman Oaks that he lived in?
I believe it was Sherman Oaks. I
think he lived in Sherman Oaks. Yeah, he lived in Sherman Oaks, California. And we went over the mountain and we went into that neighborhood. And you think Hollywood, Beverly Hills. Dick Van Patten had a very nice home. Don't get me
Yes.
wrong. In fact, he had a tennis court in the back because they were big tennis people.
The only clay court in Los Angeles.
The only clay court in L.A. That's what he used to like to say. And it was so funny and so cool, and he was so gracious. And then we took our DAT recorder. We used to lie and say we had like a Marty unit, and
we actually created an engineer character that was carrying a small satellite.
Carrying a small Marty. Oh, yeah, that was something that I don't know why we had to do that. It's not mine. Okay, I'm not authoring that one. It was the genius of someone else. But anyway, so we took this thing.
We're getting thumbs up from the engineer.
Sometimes I have to let go of the secrets, right? So
what happened?
So we were just doing a DAT recording. We were doing a digital audio tape recording.
And
we
we'd
were
feed
play
it back by
later.
ISDN.
Yes.
But we wanted to give the illusion of being live.
So we wanted to create the illusion of being
poor
live.
old man.
Yeah.
So
it wasn't his fault.
We didn't lie to Dick.
Okay.
We didn't lie to Dick. Or did we?
No, I don't think so.
Did you have a guy carrying around a pretend satellite
No,
so
no,
he'd
no.
buy in? Okay.
That was my
backpack.
favorite person from Don and Mike was your engineer guy. They never existed. This changes everything. I have to rethink my whole life. Is Santa Claus not real?
So we went in and met the family, and there were all these babes around because the Van Patten boys.
Do you remember that he had a
ass
picture
out the wazoo?
He had a picture, and I think he says, "This is Yasmin Bleeth. Nels dated her. She was pretty too."
She was a sweetheart. She was a sweetheart. And then somehow during the conversation, it comes up that Vince, the heartthrob Van Patten, who was a stud tennis player and had a bit of a pop music career, and he'd been on TV too.
Poker tour, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's late. That's late. He did that in his second. He's married to Eileen Davidson, who was on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So it comes up in the conversation that Vince lives next door, and we're like, "Well, let's go next door and see Vince."
Grab the satellite dish.
Dick's like, "Yeah, we'll go over and see him. That'll be fun." He was that spontaneous.
What a
he
nice
was
guy.
innocently sweet.
He was.
He really was. He didn't care. Anything goes. He was perfect for Hollywood because it didn't faze him. He was a nice guy, and nothing fazed him at all.
The kindest.
And he would always answer his phone. If you missed Dick or you missed Pat, leave a message. That is that. It was just corny.
But
funny
genuine,
stuff.
though,
It was totally genuine.
When
It
we
was
went to
really
Vince's
great.
house, do you remember what we discovered?
Well, we went into Vince's house. I remember this, and
Because
Vince
Dick just
comes
let himself in.
just lets himself in and said, "Vincent!" And he yells. And Vincent comes to the balcony at the top of the stairs, and he's got a towel wrapped around him, and he was getting a massage at that point. And of course, the masseuse was there, and she is dressed like in tennis shorts. She appears to be a legitimate masseuse. She's got that kind of that formal masseuse gear, and she's got like the bottle in her hand or something like that. And Vincent is upstairs getting a massage, and we're recording it. And it was too goddamn funny. It was fantastic. And there he was, and that was our little foray into the Van Patten
Although
family.
prior to that, we had hired him to be the celebrity host of Donkey Basketball.
That was a huge event for our listeners that we did at that arena in Upper Marlboro, Maryland.
And it was a nightmare getting him
Showplace?
here. That
The
was
Showplace. The
it was.
Showplace Arena. Yeah, the Showplace Arena. That's
And
where
it
we did
was-
it. We did it at the Showplace Arena.
It was a nightmare getting him here because he had a celebrity rider. Because obviously, as you heard in the show, he's done a lot of celebrity endorsements and
What was on the rider?
commercials and stuff. First class airfare, first class accommodations, and it was pretty specific. And it was over budget for us. Do you remember who sponsored Dick Van Patten, Mike?
I have no memory of that whatsoever.
Is it what is it? Is it MVP Adult Video Stores?
Oh yeah.
They do good work.
Yeah, they stroked the check
yeah.
for that, and I was panicked because he was coming.
That's
in on
interesting you say
Thursday.
they stroked the check for that. That's
There are no
interesting.
accidents,
Okay.
Mike. We flew him in on a Thursday night for a Saturday appearance.
You took him out to dinner, right?
Yes, on Friday. But the thing is that Thursday we had one of those legendary big thunderstorms blow through, and he was diverted to Philadelphia. His plane landed in Philadelphia. This is before cell phones, and I'm calling everybody trying to figure out where Dick Van Patten is, and I find out from the person in Philadelphia, Mr. Van Patten is on a bus. headed to National Airport.
That's great.
And I said, oh, my God, he's and this is before we'd actually ever met him. And I said, he's requested first-class accommodations. He's going to be out of his mind.
So he's that cool a guy, though, that he's hopped on a bus to get down to
And a
Nashville.
professional.
I spoke to him when he got to D.C. He said, oh, it was fun. We sang songs.
That is a great story.
So we took him out to Peking Gourmet the next day. It was just me and my wife and Dick Van Patten, and I called ahead and said, I'm bringing this guy. Can we get a reservation? They put us at that head table for 12.
The one in the back corner where the president sits.
And they put the Chinese screens all around us, so they, we were isolated, and they just kept bringing food, and he kept eating. And finally, I had to tap out. He out-ate me. He loved food like nobody's business, and I just remember him eating the fried, the Szechuan beef, saying, "Oh my God, it's like candy. You can't get Chinese food this good in Los Angeles." And he took leftovers home. Bless his heart. He was so sweet.
How
and
humble that he got on a bus.
I know.
And because here's the
That's
thing.
the word, Joe. He was humble. He was a humble guy. He was fantastic.
Was instantly recognizable. People probably know him more than they know Daniel Day-Lewis. If they walk through a mall, more people would recognize him. And he hopped on a bus.
In his day, he had an incredibly recognizable face. And, Eight is Enough was a smash. It was a huge appointment. Spaceballs with Mel Brooks. And we'll have his bio in the news. Just did a fantastic job. But I remember an incredibly decent human being. And at the end of the string, let me tell you, you get above the big 5-0, you think about this a lot more. At the end of the string, people remember the nice guys, and that's what they remember him for. When somebody's a total ass for their entire lives, it makes it a little tougher at the end.
It does.
It really, really does.
But you remember that, too.
Yeah, you remember that, too.
Not
Remember that,
fondly,
too.
though.
Yeah, I mean, how awkward will Donald Trump's funeral be? You'll get his kids saying nice things about him, and then outside, it'll be like, okay, that's it. Anything else to say, Donald Jr.? Okay, thank you very much. By the way,
there'll be a lot of "you're fired" jokes.
COD.
You're buried.
That's great. Well, rest in peace, Dick Van Patten. We want to say salute to you. We're going to come back and talk about the TV crew and talk about. We haven't forgotten Rob's love life. We always have to get an update on that. We'll find out what's going on with that. Everything all right, Rob?
Eh.
We'll take a break. Come back with more on the Mike O'Mara Show. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. You know what's great?
What?
Things.
Oh, things
products.
are good.
Delightful merchandise. We're Americans. Merchandise, that's our life's blood.
Sure.
Shopping, acquiring, that's what you like to do. Don't tell me any differently. That's what you love. Everyone loves stuff, but it's rough sometimes to get stuff and travel to get stuff and go to where they have the stuff and go to the right store and get the stuff. You know what's easy?
What?
Amazon.com.
Yes.
Amazon has all the stuff you need. It has it in all one easy-to-shop marketplace. Besides, anytime you purchase something through our Amazon link, we get a tiny percentage, not much, but it adds up. We've always said that you guys are like partners in our business, and we need your help. So if you're shopping Amazon anyway, please shop in a way that helps us out. It's easy. It doesn't cost you any extra, and it means the world to us. The next time you need to buy anything, just go to MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon and bookmark it. Or click the Amazon button on our website, or click on the shopping cart icon on our app. The shop like you normally would. It's that simple with Amazon.com and the Mike O'Mara Show. A wonderful, beautiful partnership since... One of these days I'll give a year. Since 1962.
Exactly,
No,
Mike.
we'll do that. Welcome back to the show. I got to hear this story about the cameras that inundated the studio. This last Friday, right? That this happened? Or Thursday?
Thursday.
All right,
Felt
so we
like,
can go
like
Thursday.
Friday. So we haven't really talked about it, but you might have seen it online that Mike and I have been tapped for a campaign for this new appliance. It's a product, whatever you want to call it, gadget.
It's a gadget.
It's called a Swash. And... the Swash.
No, Mike, that's a swish.
That's a Swash. Anytime he says that, I say, what's it called again, Oscar?
The Swash. I'll take that. Look at that.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy that. And you may be wondering, well, what's the story with the Swash? There are different ways, and I've bought gadgets so many times, and I've talked about them here on the program and on Tech 411. And these gadgets usually have some self-serving issue that have to do with me and what I'm into, whether it's a remote control quadcopter or the new iPhone. This
Don't
one.
forget your Google Glass.
Yeah, oh, Google Glass. Ill-fated. Ill-fated.
Yes, the ill-fated
that
Google
one
Glass.
we can forget about.
Remember
This
the
one's,
Explorer program.
This one's not ill-fated, though.
No.
I'll tell
No,
you this.
no.
This is cool. I
This
like
one's
this
2 thumbs up, and it doesn't just provide a new way for you to think about taking care of your clothes, but it also provides some serious efficiency. And we all, especially people listening to the show, have our daily routines, our weekly routines, and a lot of people's routines involve getting to the dry cleaner, coming back from the dry cleaner, dealing with your laundry. The Swash is a system and it's an appliance. I like to call it a pod that you put in your garment or your shirt or your dress shirt or your dress, whatever. You slide it in and then you press a 10-minute button. And in 10 minutes, it refreshes your shirt or your dress or whatever you want to put in there.
Saves you a trip to the dry cleaners.
It
Extends the life.
saves you a trip to the dry cleaner, and it also saves you money because you just put a little pod in there, and that's what makes it go, right?
Yeah, and it's all automatic. You just put it on a hanger, and it pops into this thing, and bingo, it comes right out, and we love it. And we love it so much that they actually sent a camera crew to watch Oscar do his thing. Didn't they send a camera crew down?
They did, and people know this. We've done enough reality television on this show,
right?
That there are top tier production staffs out there, and then there are the guys running around with cameras. And we've been part of both, Mike. You know that, right? You've cut commercials before. Right. Sometimes when a crew shows up, you're like, oh, I know how this is going to go. And then other times they're like, whoa, this is pretty impressive. I asked them a couple of days before the crew showed up. I said, hey, can I get a list of names for the people that are coming? I'm expecting. This is going to be a web series. I'm expecting maybe 2 or 3 guys.
Well, when we talked about it like a week out, we actually put together some Jive DJ ideas because we didn't think they were going to know what they wanted to do. We expected a guy with a camera, and then we were going to do some stuff and call it a day.
Yeah. So this is not you using the appliance. This is they wanted to get some background footage of what you do for a living.
Yes,
is that right?
In the studio and how I use the Swash on a daily basis. And so they shot. I get the email, and the email.
I'm glad you weren't wearing the shirt you're wearing today.
Well, I knew they were coming, Mike. Please.
Okay.
We all wore shirts with collars.
I'm a professional. Yes. And they show up, and there are 10 people in this crew.
Yeah, they just kept coming in. They
10
just kept
people.
coming in.
There was a box truck outside full of lights and cameras and equipment. And the person, my contact in New York, by the way, you know there's a professional outfit. When the contact from New York shows up at the site that I've been talking to, the producer, they flew in from Los Angeles to shoot this.
Whoa!
And it was the most elaborate production staff we've ever dealt with.
Yeah, it was
crazy. Were you surprised? Were you blown away by this?
I was surprised. I was impressed. I was happy because you know that the product's going to be.
Yeah, it had to give you confidence.
The final product's going to be phenomenal.
Oscar said there's 9 people coming in, 10 people. I said, yeah, okay. I'll believe it when I see it. Yeah, sure, there are 10 people.
They all showed up, and the way they set up lights and the shots in here with the cameras, and then we moved locations to my condo, and you know my condo isn't big.
No.
And they had to really line up all the shots there. They had I finally found out what those lights are called, those big bright lights they put on actual location. No, not the electric. They're called Diva lights. I didn't know they were called Diva lights. It makes sense
Well,
now.
that's perfect for you.
Yeah. Please.
But Mike, the thing is when they were here and they were set up, and keep in mind the size of our studio is, you know, the size of it.
It looks bigger on TV.
And had all the people in here. I mean, this was a big deal. They had the clapboard to like do the takes and everything. They were doing sound markers. They came up. They said, "Oh no, you're gonna wear those headphones?" I said, "Yeah," because we had to do some fake radio
back and forth.
And he said, "We'll need some black duct tape." I said, "Why?" He says, "You have a Sony logo on that. That'll never do." And so they covered up.
Yeah,
they covered up logos. All logos were covered up. And then
not our logo for the show.
No.
We
signed a release.
We signed off on that.
Better be in the goddamn commercial.
And the thing that really threw me is the sound guy who was so on. He said, I need everyone to be quiet. And I said, why? He says, I just want to record the ambient noise of the room for the mix down.
That's
wow.
How detailed it was.
Did you get a boner when that happened, Rob?
Mike,
they locked eyes. I said, should I leave the room?
I knew when my time was over because I had reached an ending. So,
and they had proper lighting for that.
So when will we see the fruits of this labor? I want to know when we're going to see this.
I think the timeline is within a couple weeks here.
Yeah.
But what I was proud of is one, Rob, you killed it. I think that the studio looked great. They really loved. I saw some of the footage briefly at my condo.
Cool.
On the playback.
I love the way the studio looks on
Yes.
camera. I love the way you guys look back there. And Bill O'Reilly be damned. I don't think it looks like SCTV. I think it looks like a really
They were
nice,
very specific,
studio.
telling us what they wanted.
Yes.
And it was neat when they say, okay, that's perfect. You feel good. Because
By the way, Rob, are you still calling Bill O'Reilly every week?
Every
Are you
week.
Still that is
Every
the
week.
best. Do you know, ever since O'Reilly trashed us on his show, Bill O'Reilly is getting a call from Rob every single
the
week.
emails, the
requesting
reply
him.
emails are getting shorter. Now it's simply a no interest, Rob.
Can I ask a question about
Yes.
the product?
Yes.
How big is it?
Well, that's a great question, and I think once you see the video, and I can show you a picture of it right now here, just on the web for context. It because I have such a small condo,
Right.
Like anybody else, is like, where am I going to put this? And it is so compact and slim.
It's
It's
teeny
tall.
tiny. You can put it anywhere.
Yeah.
You
And
can put it in if you've got even a relatively large walk-in closet, even a small walk-in
Yes.
closet, you can put it in there. That's the
Relatively
other
vertical,
cool thing.
Yeah, so it's vertical and slim.
Totally vertical.
And I got to tell guys, honestly, we had these for I want to say 3 weeks before I said, look, and Mike, we went back and forth. I said, it's like, it really is like magic. And by that I mean, who's worn a shirt all day and been like, oh, I got to go to a meeting tonight,
Right.
or I have a dinner party, or I got to go meet some friends. I want to wear the shirt again, but it's been 100 degrees. I got to get another shirt. And then you feel like you have to take that shirt to the dry cleaner. With the Swash, you throw the shirt you currently have on into the machine for 10 minutes, put in a little Swash pod, and in 10 minutes, take a shower, come back out, it's ready to go.
Where do you get the pods?
They get anywhere the detergents are sold.
So you can go to CVS and you can get this.
You can pick up the pods.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Get the pods. They're
the actual
fantastic.
Swash is sold because I saw this on Twitter. I was pretty excited. Best Buy, Costco, everywhere online.
Yeah, they sell them everywhere right now, and they're going to
Swash.com,
be very
yeah.
popular, and they're extremely good for the backup and for the people that don't have time. The incredible amount of time, the time factor that it takes when you're dealing with dry cleaning. You don't have the time. You want to get that shirt. You need it for that event.
Yeah.
You need it for going out Friday
going to
night.
the
You need it
dry
for
cleaning.
dealing with
The
that.
worst.
Yeah, this replaces
The
it.
place up the street closes at 6 sometimes, and I said, who gets home before 6?
Yeah.
Right.
Right? You don't have to
Exactly.
plan out your entire week to say, okay, I'm going to wear this, especially for business school. I got to wear this, this, and this, so I have to be there by Monday to make sure I pick up by
Plan
Thursday,
ahead, yeah.
right?
And it is done. The speed of the thing is what impresses me.
Yeah.
And I had a shirt down in Florida, and I popped it into the machine, and it does it so remarkably quickly. The shirt had wrinkles on it; they were gone. The shirt was perfect; it was ready to go.
Yeah, it's pretty
and it does
crazy.
it with pants too. It does it with jeans. It does it whatever. Anything you want to freshen up and put it in there, it does that.
Again, this is how invested I am into this product outside of just really using on a regular
Right.
basis. I envisioned, and I told them this off camera. I said one day we're going to have the washer dryer, and then you're going to have this wash machine for a family.
Sure.
Where instead of because everybody's thrown a shirt into the dryer, right?
Of course.
It never
Everybody
comes.
is- everybody
Cross
is
your
done it.
fingers, hope for the best.
Yeah.
You
Right.
Febreze it. And ruin
Yeah.
it.
But it doesn't do what this machine does. And to be clear, it doesn't
really
clean the
cleans it.
shirt. So if you don't have a stain, if you have a stain, you probably have to take it to the dry cleaner. If it's dry clean only, right? But if
No,
you don't-
you're not going to be able to wallow around in the mud and put this thing.
No,
That's
no,
not
no.
what it is. But it's the same principle
Yes.
of why you would throw the shirt into the dryer to refresh the
Clean
shirt.
it.
Only, but it does it turbocharged.
Yeah,
it really
turbocharged.
does.
Perfect
It's that
it
bad.
feels like
And
you got a brand new shirt and it's clean from the.
And
from the
Oscar's going to
cleaner.
be on the TV for it. That's why we're talking
Yes.
about it.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
And Mike, you'll enjoy this. They're going through a sequence of questions.
Sure.
And it's like basically.
Can I see your green card?
two directors' chairs, and because I have the window units, and because I live in a 1932 building,
Oh no!
Right.
we had to
Exactly.
turn off the AC, and it was a day I think it hit 97
Yeah,
degrees.
it was a big 97 day.
Oh my god! And
you
ha-
look like you got the sweat coming
you
down
have
your-
the lights as well. It might as well have been one of those Dateline and criminal interrogations because
You could take your shirt that you were wearing off and put it in the
the
machine.
poor director is like, all right, let's stop, turn on the AC, cool him down, pat him down. So they're patting me down.
Like Albert Brooks in broadcast news. Yeah.
Wow.
Women are fanning you.
Yeah, that's the classic Albert Brooks in broadcast news.
Yeah, but so
Well,
we're super excited about that, and what a great new partner for the show.
Excellent.
where can people look for the little commercial that you did?
As
for
soon
that?
as we
When's that
have it,
coming?
we'll post it on our Facebook page and our Twitter accounts, and also on the website. great. But I think we have a good 2 weeks before they come out. They have a series of these. They were shot in New York, D.C., and L.A.
So stay
and
tuned,
they're
yeah.
going to have a series of videos. And as soon as it comes out, I'll let you guys know.
When you were
that's
when you were with
fantastic.
the director in your apartment afterwards,
Yes.
did the
That's when
director,
we wanted to stop, Rob. That was the moment I really wanted to stop this discussion. I know you'd like to continue, but I'd really like to stop right now.
We
and move on
have to
the,
get to Rob.
Okay, then
yes,
let's move on.
we have to.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
thank
I
you.
hate to really cut you off quick, Rob, but I mean that was right. That was the big wrap up right there. And, that's when I wanted to get it done.
Time's
because
fleeting.
it's. I don't want to shortchange our guests, Rob and Joe here, and I wanted to ask about every time we get Rob in the studio. I'm sorry, you turn around and you look at me like that.
Here it comes.
Here it
Rob
comes.
with one
Rob
B
Bear.
looks at me.
Let me get myself
Yes,
comfortable
Mike.
for this.
Rob, how are you? Rob with one B.
I'm doing fantastic. I really missed the conversation with Oscar about the swash already.
No. How dare you? Don't be jealous.
I tried to prolong it like
I need to put my relationship in the swash. 10 minutes, we come out refreshed and smelling new again.
How's it going?
You know,
Are you guys engaged yet?
No, I believe the term from Game of Thrones is "winter is coming."
Wow, that is tough. Now, are you still with Omarosa?
I'm still with Tawanda is her name.
Ah, I see.
Tawanda.
Yes.
Okay, very good.
You've met her.
She's
couple
lovely,
times.
and she's
Beautiful
lovely.
girl.
But I mean, with your energy, I'm frankly surprised you two are still together.
Well, it's
I thought is it going well, or is winter really coming? What do you think?
no. Winter is coming.
Oh, God.
And I mean literally and figuratively, in the terms that I don't think I can survive another round of the holidays. And then her birthday in February, because she's turning 40, and that's a year, you start thinking about your life, and do I need to make changes? You start assessing things. So I feel like if something, it's going to go either way. It's ending, or it's the next step.
So it could be an actual wedding or a red wedding
It could be.
with lots of blood spilling.
Exactly.
A lot
The
of
red
characters
wedding.
dying, sadly.
Well, wait a minute. Now, let me ask you this. I
Okay.
mean, when you talk like it could go either way, I mean, do you has she expressed to you a desire for locking things up
Yes.
and making that commitment? I think you were talking about that the last time you were
Absolutely.
on the show. And you are still trepidatious when it comes to commitment.
I am, yeah, and I feel like I'm not going to be able to get away with that for much longer.
There's nothing to lose, especially at this point.
What? No, there's everything to lose. What are you talking about?
Well,
Doesn't she-
Horrible advice.
Joe, look who he's talking to. He's talking to the other non-married, ever married
But,
man in the room.
Mike, we live in two different worlds here. I take care of my girl, and Rob is taken care of.
Yes.
Yes, he is taking
Right?
care of.
So-
all the more
Can I
reason.
date you?
all the more reason why maybe you would think about Rob. What's the sticking point here? Where's the hesitation? Tell me about it.
The hesitation is just no. I do have a fear of commitment. I really think that it's
How
what it
long
is.
has she put the pressure on you heavy to, take it to the next level?
A year.
A year?
Solid year.
Mm-hmm.
And you, I guess that she's delighted to know that you're thinking about it still.
Sure.
No, I mean,
I'll let you know.
And I'm sure
speak
also,
in terms of having house
also
and
delighted
kids.
to know when the pressure started.
Joe, you are close to this guy. Tell me give me your thoughts on this situation. You live it every single week. You know what's going on.
I can't be super candid, right? Because
Sure you can.
Yeah,
well,
who
I mean,
cares?
when at
No
this
one's listening.
point,
It's always a great start.
At this point, you need to make a decision or you rip the Band-Aid off. You can't just keep aging. You know what I'm saying? You can't just keep letting the weight of the world just, you know what I mean? It's just you're like Atlas. They just keep piling on. It's, I mean, you, Mike, we've both been married before, right?
Yes.
And when you see the beginning of the end, then that period to the end is arduous, right? Is that
It's
the right
very
way to say it?
difficult.
It's
Sure.
a difficult
It's
thing.
excruciatingly painful. It really is.
So, and by the way, I love his girlfriend. I do. But, once again, I also look from her perspective, right? I mean, why am I asking you to marry me? If you don't want to marry me, then I'll just roll out, right? I mean, that's usually what happens.
Right. Exactly.
But then if she's around, then that just becomes toxic, right?
It
It's
is
too serious, but it's real life, right?
And I would think, Rob, that maybe you're just kind of riding it until it fizzles out, and you'd be fine with that, and you just.
Well, I mean, I don't want to be that guy,
Which guy is that?
You are that guy.
Yeah.
Too late.
But I don't want to be that guy. I recognize that guy is out there and exists, and I don't like him.
Is it because you're on scholarship and you don't want to lose the scholarship?
Yeah, but he's an 11th year senior. That's the point. He needs to graduate.
Yeah, a scholarship's no good if there's no graduation ever.
He's run out of eligibility long ago.
Redshirting for 7 years.
He didn't answer. Do you want to answer that question?
Oh God. No,
wow.
It would be a horrible decision for me not to marry her.
So is the ultimate...
There it is. No. Okay, go ahead.
I was going to say...
I know, you've been killing me with the follow-ups today. I was going to spotlight that, but you steamroll into your next question today. What's wrong with you today?
I'm just an idiot, Mike.
Yes, today you are.
No, we've got gas. He gets excited.
He gets excited.
He doesn't mean to do anything wrong.
He just said that he's going to marry her. That's what I interpreted from that.
He said it would be a mistake not to marry her. He doesn't say he was going to do it.
Okay, what are you going to do, Rob? Jesus Christ.
I'm going to marry her on the Mike O'Mara show.
Yeah!
We can set that up,
Now we can go to break. Fantastic. That is
I'll
good
call
stuff.
Oscar.
It's always fascinating, and I love the scholarship discussions. Always very, very exciting. We'll take a break, and we will come back with more fun and more thrills on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Do you talk C++?
Do I?
Nice.
Can you telnet into port 25 and fake an email?
Can I?
Do you like to surf the backplane of a router?
Yes, I do.
Have you ever hex-edited your way to a registered version?
Sounds sexy.
We're not going to be talking about any of those things, but what will we be talking about, Oscar?
It's technology and the way it affects your life.
And we're going to be combining a lot of entertainment. It's going to be a good time. This is not your father's tech show.
Tech 411 Show, available on the More Broadcasting Network and on iTunes.
That means it's good, so please check it out.
New episode drops today. We recorded on Monday.
It's one of the most unusual endings of a promo that we've gotten on the More Network. So check it out. Okay, I'm back. Thank you very much. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Brought to you by Next Issue. Next Issue is amazing. You can get your free 30-day trial at nextissue.com/TMOS. All the stories, the news, the photos from the top sources you've always loved, and you get it right on your tablet or your phone. Rob Spiewak, I know you're loving it.
Oh, my daughter came to me. She says, the new Rolling Stone has an article on Fallout Boy. You got to get me the new Rolling Stone. I said, I got it. I got it right here. Read all about Fallout Boy and their big tour with Wiz Khalifa. It's all in Rolling Stone, and Dad looks like a hero.
Perfect.
Next Issue satisfies any and every interest. Sports, ESPN Magazine, Sports Illustrated, Ski Surfer. It's got so many, everything you need, and it's really the non-cluttered way to get all of your magazine information, and that's what my wife loves about it. A buffet of magazines, binge read without limits or clutter, plus you can cancel at any time, but you'll never want to. Get your free 30-day trial at nextissue.com/TMOS right now and read up, way up on all your interests. Nextissue.com/TMOS. Get yourself that today. Vanity Fair, People, Us Weekly, Rolling Stone, Entertainment Weekly, National Geographic, all of it, nextissue.com. Check it out, everybody.
News.
Yesterday we had the Diddy story for you fine people, and a rep for Sean Diddy Combs says he did not assault UCLA strength coach Sal Alosi. He issued a statement saying accounts of the incident have been wholly inaccurate. He added that Diddy's actions were, quote, solely defensive in nature to protect himself and his son. But according to a blog called Bruin Report online, that's UCLA Bruin, I assume, the whole thing was caught by security cameras, which campus police watched before arresting Diddy. The blog says Diddy was definitely the aggressor and had to be held back. Well, if that's what they based the arrest on, he might be in he's not going to get busted, it says here. It's not going to happen.
He got off on a gun charge.
He,
slash murder, if I'm not mistaken.
But still, the problem here is that he shouldn't be there. That's not the place for him to be.
Absolutely, Robbie. Should not be a practice on any. I mean, when you get to that level, walking into and even a practice on the field that's open to the public is a different story.
Sure.
A practice where he's in the weight room
No good.
while they're doing conditioning, how normal is that? Is that I don't know. I've not had
He's an involved parent, Mike.
They call it they call him a helicopter parent because he's always hovering around. That's the term they use.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Why can P. Diddy beat up any strength coach in anywhere? How did that happen?
Because he's swinging a barbell at him.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Well, at one point, the video shows, apparently, this is alleged, that he struck Alosi, who suffered cuts on his face and a torn shirt. Also, when Diddy swung the kettlebell weight, it was at one of the guys trying to hold him back, not Alosi himself. Police actually added more charges. Diddy is now facing 3 counts of assault with a deadly weapon, plus 1 count of making terroristic threats and 1 count of battery. However, a source told TMZ that UCLA officials met, and it's likely the charges will be dropped, but Diddy won't be allowed at practices anymore. So
things are where they should have been before this happened.
I think in that case, a good endowment, right? We'll just work that out.
Yeah, I think a lot of times that causes a lot of people to turn their head.
Go up and see Dean Martin. That's what he has to do right now.
Yes.
Brian Williams is now headed to MSNBC, but a few years ago he did a critical report on the cable news networks, including MSNBC, on that Rock Center show he was doing. A source tells the New York Post, quote, "The rank and file at MSNBC were furious at Brian. They hated it so much they were still mad about it months later at an office Christmas party. They were so upset they started an F. Brian Williams chant."
Wow.
Where does this stuff come
Man.
from?
That's great.
Having a good time at the Christmas party. F. Brian Williams. F. Brian Williams. That's funny. Dick Van Patten died yesterday, as we were mentioning before with our personal stories. He was 86. Best known for playing the dad on the late 70s show 8 is Enough, but he was also on The Love Boat, the new Dick Van Dyke Show, Love American Style, The Partners, and Mama way back in the 1950s.
Yes.
Joe was mentioned he also played King Roland in Spaceballs, and also in the Mel Brooks movies High Anxiety and Robin Hood Men in Tights. His other movies include Soylent Green. I don't remember him in Soylent
I
Green.
think
I'll
he
have
was
to go
like
back and watch.
a security guard or something like that, like some guy in Power. I remember seeing him. It's funny because young Van Patten is very cute.
He was also in Westworld. That's the Yul Brynner movie. You know that movie, Rob?
I do.
Yeah.
Channel 5 used to show it every other week.
Charlie and the original Freaky Friday. Dick was also an animal lover. I know about this because he promoted his Natural Balance pet foods in 1989. He didn't he have his own like specialty dog food to Dick Van Patten dog food or something like that?
He made a dog food that he said it's so good humans can eat it.
I ate it. I ate the Irish stew.
Yeah,
I
that
ate
was
the
his
Irish
favorite.
stew.
He made it? He made his own dog food?
He made his own recipe and then had a company make it for him. Yeah.
Wow.
Very cool.
And the thing about his dog food is that people could eat it too. And I ate the dog food on the air. I ate the Irish stew, and it was
How was it?
absolutely it was delicious. I would have put it in a little pot and heated it up and eaten it on a regular basis. Safe travels, Dick Van Patten. There are some jokes that just write themselves, like when a guy who's legendary for nailing one supermodel after another becomes an investor in a mattress company.
What?
Leonardo DiCaprio, who's been known to use the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue like a catalog, he is now an investor in a company called Casper Sleep. He's joined by 2 other guys who've been known to, hop around, Adam Levine and Tobey Maguire. Now, both Adam and Toby are married now. Toby's got a couple of kids, but they certainly had their day. In fact, years ago, Toby was a member of Leo's infamous Kitty Posse, but it's not Kitty.
Oh,
it's
dear.
not what they would say.
Really?
They used a different word. So Leonardo DiCaprio investing in a mattress company.
Seems like a natural, doesn't it?
Is that the angle that this is the mattress to have sex on as opposed to sleep on?
That's exactly right, Joe. Rob, that's what they're going to. They're going to say, this is you can bang like Leo DiCaprio if you buy this mattress. That should be fun. Apparently, the big trend in baby names so far, we had one in the mailbag this morning, is keeping things as gender ambiguous as possible. Babycenter.com says the names that are seeing the biggest jumps in popularity this year are unisex ones. The top 10, here we go. Amari, Carter, Phoenix, Quinn, Reese, River, Rory, Rowan, Sawyer, I feel like George Carlin, and Taylor. All of those have been going to more boys and girls than they did in 2014.
Interesting.
And it was like that other one we had was Finley,
Yeah,
right?
Finley,
That's kind of an ambiguous name. According to Baby Center, the reason is, quote, millennials are an open-minded and accepting group, and they don't want their children to feel pressured to.
No, they want hip names.
That's garbage.
Yes, come on.
They're names. They like the sound of them. That's it. They're not.
You named them River so they wouldn't feel bad about them. No, they think it's cool.
Yes.
It's cool
exactly.
to have the name
Avant-garde.
River. Thank
Something
you very
different.
much. Amen. Apparently, we've all become far too high maintenance to use leaves as toilet paper. A new survey had people rank different types of vacations, and camping came in dead last for both men and women. Both genders picked the beach as the best type of vacation. For women, going to a national park came in second, and for men, going to a new city, I wonder what city that is, that came in, rhymes with Schmegus. That city came in second. The survey also found our biggest pet peeve when we travel is being next to someone noisy in a hotel. Number 2 is getting stuck in a traffic jam. And the majority of men would rather deal with turbulence than sit next to a crying baby. Women are the opposite. They'd rather deal with the crying baby than experience turbulence
How about
on the plane. Well, it depends on whose baby it is. If it's mine, I'll take the turbulence.
Okay.
Turbulence.
Yeah, turbulence, I think.
If I'm flying solo without the fam, get that brat away from me. For God's sake. I'm on the heels of my son making some rather interesting noises, and something to look forward to. It's not all sweetness and light with a baby, and I'll be taking the old DAT recorder to my kid on one of his meltdowns.
Excellent.
Yeah, it'll be highly entertaining.
No satellite, DAT recorder.
yeah, the satellite. I'll have my engineer go downstairs with me and do that. And now a little something. If you're like most of us, your Facebook friends are a mix of people you actually know and like, and a bunch of random people you think you've drunkenly met at a party in 2009. Here's one big benefit of all the fake friends. A woman in Jupiter, Florida got her purse stolen by 4 men when she got out of her car last week. 2 of the 4 guys were wearing masks, but 2 of them weren't, and one of them was 29-year-old Quincy McGee.
Hey, Quincy McGee. Cute.
Well, she recognized him because they're Facebook friends, very random Facebook friends. It's not clear where they met, but they obviously didn't know each other very well. But she knew it was him and forwarded his profile to the cops.
Oh,
Yay!
God. Good job.
He was arrested and charged with robbery with a firearm. There's no word on whether the other guys have been caught yet, but the 3 of them have been identified. Their names are Trip Affleck, Tab Patterson, and Craig Horner.
That's right.
Thank you very much. We'll take a break, come back with more fun and more thrills on the Mike O'Mara Show with Rob's Magic Audio Vault.
Cake and cookies.
Because
Waze?
Yeah, Waze, W-A-Z-E, the traffic
Dan's
app.
not allowed to use that.
Has he been barred by the Waze people?
No, he's been barred by this person.
Why is he not allowed to use it?
He gets real mad real fast.
Why?
Let's be clear here. First of all, Dan can't merge.
Well, no wonder you don't have children.
It's the Rob and Katie Show.
Dan can't merge.
Then he can't merge. Drives like
Very,
an old man.
Very difficult. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Hey, everybody. It's the 2015 bonus packages. This is the time of year we ask for another little push from you all that if you were thinking about getting them, you want to do it right now.
Yeah.
Subscribe for a full year. You will get full access to all of the 2015 bonus content, all of it. On-demand video access to every bonus show. And as we said before, all sorts of filthy things happen during that bonus show. Access to the entire bonus show anthology at over a 25% savings, and it's a great way to support your favorite podcast. Waiting for you at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Grab the bonus, bring your dog along, and we'll give him a bonus too. Just click the banner marked TMOS bonus packages, and now you can even pay with a credit card. Isn't that exciting?
Exciting.
It is.
Sorry about that. I hit the wrong thing there. I apologize.
I will take that.
You can even pay with a credit card. I meant to hit this. It's the Audio Vault. Rob Spiewak, take it away.
Very cool. Mike, you had a Florida story in your news about Jupiter, Florida, home of Burt Reynolds. Are you familiar with the area of Cape Coral?
Yeah, very. I could. It's very close to where I live.
A man named Jaroslav Kratky, I think I'm saying his name right, had his house struck by lightning, which sucks. And his house caught on fire. That sucks too.
Sure does.
But when the fire department came in, they discovered he was growing pot.
Oh,
in his house.
No.
And that really sucks.
That really does suck.
Whoa.
That was described as a pot grow house. And he claims it's just because he was a hoarder. He doesn't know what he has. But here he is being interviewed along with one of his neighbors.
I'm still absolutely exhausted.
So this wasn't marijuana they found?
Pardon me?
That wasn't marijuana.
According to me, no. I don't. I don't believe it. I don't know what they did, you know.
I know Jerry's kind of a hoarder on material things, but I didn't have any idea at all that he was doing that.
Hoarding is one of the reasons Cracky cited as an explanation for the bust.
Patrick, you know, I got things. I'm junk man, you know, I take all kind of stuff.
You're telling us that was not marijuana in the house.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Are you confident the truth will come out?
Absolutely. And I tell
Me
you
too.
one thing, you know, I don't know why they making such a big deal about marijuana. It's getting legal everywhere.
He seems to be on both sides of the issue. I really enjoyed the follow-up interview even more.
Do you know who I am?
You do look familiar.
And that voice!
Of course. Allow me to introduce myself. DW Grifter at your service.
He said, I don't know if it's marijuana. Should be legal, though. I don't know.
Isn't it funny when the language barrier is used to just get through that situation?
Of
I
course.
don't know.
I bet, you know what? I bet if you wanted to go in and talk about some of the stuff he was hoarding, if you wanted to talk about magazines, I bet he
Right.
speaks like a scholar.
Oh, absolutely.
But when
Yeah.
you're talking marijuana, I don't know.
Lots of stuff. That might be. Besides, it's okay now, huh?
Are you familiar
on.
with the website TripAdvisor?
Oh, yeah.
I
Yes.
believe they might be stealing an ad campaign from your son, Mike.
Okay.
They have a situation on this commercial where a dog speaks, but the dog reminded me of something that your son does.
The next great trip. Gotta study those TripAdvisor reviews carefully. So don't just visit TripAdvisor.
You see, the dog wants them to book the trip.
Book.
To me, all I'm hearing is boat.
I don't think
Excitement.
they used the Swash People's audio engineer for that particular commercial.
No, I don't
it
think they
sounds
did
like.
either. And also, you know, the hard thing is Mike is recording a talking dog. First of all, you
Absolutely.
got to find one. That's
Vote.
the tough part. Remember last week I played you the Honest trailer for Toy Story?
Yes.
That talked about really it's just about destroying kids and them growing up and being very, very sad. They released another Honest trailer. This is the Honest trailer for Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
Meet the T-1000, the iPhone of killer cyborgs, whose liquid metal body can take any shape, meaning those ears were a deliberate choice. And the T-800, the indestructible Nokia brick phone of killer cyborgs, a stiff, emotionless, monotone giant that Arnold Schwarzenegger was born to play.
I know now why you cry, but it's something I can never do.
Full of awesome features like shotgun twirling, an endless supply of one-liners,
I'll be back. Come with me if you want to live. Hasta la vista, baby.
and detailed files on human anatomy.
I have detailed files on human anatomy. Except for crime. What's wrong with your eyes?
So witness an amazing film with horrible consequences that spawned 1,000 lazy pop culture references. Terminator 2. Bad they kept making sequels.
So there's the Honest trailer for Terminator 2. I do love that. I hope this doesn't ruin your summer, Mike. But you still a big Nickelback fan?
Oh, I've never missed a concert.
Yes. They've had to cancel some 40 shows.
Oh, no, what happened?
Chad Kroeger has a vocal cyst, and he won't be able to sing all summer long. He's going to be okay.
Man. See, there is a God.
You see? There you go. Here are his bandmates talking about this sad, sad development.
Chad was diagnosed with an operable cyst on his vocal cords very recently, and we're going to have to cancel the rest of the North American tour. We completely understand people will be upset about this, but
Yeah, nearly 40 people, Mike, upset about that.
They get their 1995 refund.
That's right. So I don't know what they're going to do with the bottle and cork, but they'll have to rebook something.
Well, at the state fair, they just ride the ride. So they're good. Look at the pigs.
He can still sign things.
Yeah.
There you go.
Did you see this story about the man in Vienna who's suing the doctors that did his colonoscopy?
Vienna, Austria, or Vienna, Virginia?
I did hear this.
This guy was videotaping with his phone to hear the directions of how to prepare for the colonoscopy, but he left it running. And here are the doctors talking smack about the guy during his colonoscopy. He's only identifying himself as DB because obviously it's sort of embarrassing, but here are the doctors talking.
Really, after 5 minutes of talking to you in pre-op, I wanted to punch you in the face and man you up a little bit.
So just make sure you're gowned up.
Give me some lube on the
I don't want you to accidentally rub up against it. Some syphilis on your arm or something.
They say it looks like you have syphilis on your arm or something.
Can you explain? So this is. What are they doing? They're calling the guy?
No. He had accidentally left his phone recording during his colonoscopy. He's under anesthesia, and they're talking smack about him while they are doing the procedure. And he's suing because he said, this is not the way to respect a
Boy,
patient.
you know, with the Joan Rivers thing and now this, I really hope this crap gets nipped in the bud. Or maybe do we have to put effing cameras in the operating room too, so we can have
Scary.
doctors behave properly? Jesus,
the tape goes on and on.
screwed.
They laugh at him, they make fun of his junk, and they call him a retard because he looked at the place where they gave him his injection. He says, I can't stand to see me getting an injection. They said, well, don't look, you retard. They're making fun of the guy while he's laying there on the table under anesthesia.
And they took a selfie.
Screw them.
No, I don't think they took a selfie. He wasn't
Still
a
messed
celebrity.
up. Still messed up.
So anyway, I think hopefully this will cause a new sort of standard of behavior during
I hope
procedures.
so. If that's happening, that's not cool at all.
And
really.
Mike, let's real quick get this in so we can close on something lighter. A very nasty divorce going down in Germany. In Germany. Wow. Oh, okay. Sorry.
A man in Germany who's getting divorced has sawed his and his wife's possessions all in half. Those poor children.
That is your Magic Audio Ball. Have a great Wednesday, everybody.
That's it. We got to get out of here. Another Mike O'Mara Show has come and gone. Be sure and join us again for more fun and more thrills at MikeO'MaraShow.com. If you want to correspond with our show, send it to TMOS Box 2796, Leesburg, Virginia 20177 to get your message or birthday request into the Wednesday mailbag. Just like we did today, it's Rob with 2 B's at MikeO'MaraShow.com. And remember, our show relies on your word of mouth. Tell a friend or family member about TMOS and make sure they get it too. For Rob Spiewak and Oscar Santana, Mike O'Mara thanking Rob and Joe. Check them out on the More Network.
Thank you, guys.
And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
See ya. Hey, everybody, this is Mike O'Mara reminding you to check out Amazon Prime Instant Video. The white banner is on our website, and it gives you instant movies and TV shows. Amazon Prime Instant Video. Click on the white banner at MikeO'MaraShow.com, and you can start your free trial right now. And now you can shut off your computer.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.